Hello team, welcome to our mainframe class. So this is part 4th video of CICS. So previous 3 video we already covered the basic concept of CICS. So let's start with today's topic. So today we are going to discuss some important concept of CICS. So let's start. So our first topic is CICS nucleus. So what is CICS nucleus? So CICS nucleus is a core of CICS that is known as a nucleus, which consists of IBM supplied CICS control programs and control table. CICS nucleus is constructed by the control program and correspondence control table, and it provides the unique advantage. Also, it makes the CICS highly flexible, thus easy to maintain. There is a control program supplied by IBM and control table is the user defined. Our next topic is CICS control program. You already know CICS nucleus is constructed by the control program and corresponding control tables. It's provide the unique advantages. That's why it makes the CICS system highly flexible and it easy to maintain. So there are some important control programs. Let's understand one by one. So first one is the TCP. So TCP known as Terminal Control Program. So TCP is used to receive messages from the terminal and it maintains hardware communication requirements. Also, it requests CICS to initiate the task. Next one is KCP. So KCP is known as Task Control Program. So KCP is used to simultaneously control the execution of task and its related properties. Also, it handles all the issues related to multitasking. Next is PCP. So PCP known as Program Control Program. So PCP is used to locate and load programs for execution, and it transfers the control between the programs and it returns the control back to the CICS. Next is FCP. So FCP is the file control program, and FCP is used to provide application programs with the services like read, insert, update or delete records in a file. Also, it keeps exclusive control over the records in the order to maintain data integrity during record updates. Last one is SCP. So SCP is the storage control program, and it is used to control allocation and deallocation of storage within the CICS region. So our next topic is CICS control table. So CICS consists of IBM supplied CICS control program and tables. So these tables need to be updated accordingly with the application information for successful execution of CICS application program. So there are some important control table. So let's understand one by one. So first one is the TCT. So TCT known as a terminal control table. So when we log into a CICS terminal, an entry is made in the TCT table, and TCT contains the terminal IDs that are connected to the current CICS region, and this terminal control program along with the terminal control table recognize the incoming data from the terminal. Next one is the PCT. So PCT is known as program control table. It contains the transaction IDs like trans ID and corresponding program's name or program's ID. Always this trans ID is unique in the PCT table. Next one is the FCT. So FCT is known as file control table. So it contains the file name, file type, record length, etc. And all the files used in CICS program must be declared in FCT table, and they are opened and closed by CICS itself. Next one is the PPT. So PPT is the processing program table. So PPT contains program names, map set name, task use counter, language, load library, address and all. So PPT contains programs or map set name is unique in PPT table, and CICS receives the transaction and a corresponding program name is allocated to a transaction from the PCT. So it checks if the program is loaded or not. If it is loaded, then the task use counter is increased by 1, or if program is not loaded, then the program is first loaded and the task use counter is set to 1 and it gets the load library address from the PPT table. So next one is the RCT. So RCT is the resource control table. So it is used the CICS DB2 connection. And next is the DCT. So DCT is the destination control table. So it is used to define the TDQ. And last is the TST. So TST stands for temporary storage table and it is used to define TSQ. So what is TDQ and what is TSQ? We already discussed in third video of CICS, part 3 of video of CICS. So if you understand these two topics, go through previous lecture. So our next topic is the CICS terminology. So there are some terms like task, transaction, multitasking, multi-threading. So first one is the task. So what is task? So task is a single execution of the transaction. So what is transaction? So transaction, it has the 4 character and set for operations. Next is multitasking. So multitasking, that means there is a multiple task running at the same time. And last one is the multi-threading. So multi-threading, that means same transaction or programs running multiple times. So our next topic is what is transaction. So transaction is the group of operations that have the following properties like ACID, that means atomic, C for consistent, I for isolated and D for durable, and it has maximum 4 characters. Or transaction is the piece of processing that is initiated by single request from end user terminal. It is defined by the transaction identifier. So some basic transactions like CEDA, CEMT, CEDB and CEDC. So let's understand what is CEDA. So CEDA is a CICS transaction that is defined resource online. Using CEDA, you can update both the CICS system definition dataset, that means CSD, and the running CICS system. Next is CEDB. So this is install commands is not available to you. So you can update the CICS system definition, that is CSD. And next is CEDC, that means the user to view resource online, and CEDC allow you to only look at the data on CICS system definition CSD dataset. So our next topic is CEDA. So CEDA provides some functions. That functions you already know. So let's understand one by one. So first function is add function. So add function is used to add a group name to a list and create a new list if the list did not already exist. Next function is alter. So alter function is used to change something or change some of the attributes of existing resource definition. Next function is append. So append function is used to copy a list to another list. Next is check. So checks function is used the resources definition within the group or list are consistent within one to another. Next function is copy. So copy function is used to copy one or more resource definitions. Our next function is define. So define function is used to create a new resource definition on CSD file. Next is delete. So you already know delete function is used to erase one or more resource definition from CSD file. Next is display. So display function is used to display one or more list or group on full screen panel. Next is expand. So expand function is used to show the resource definition in one or more group on a full screen panel. Next is install function. So install function is used dynamically, makes one or more resource definition available to an active CICS system. Next is lock. So lock function is assure executive access to a group or a list by a restricting, update or delete access to a single operator identifier. Next is move. So move function is used to move one or more resource definition from one named group to another. And last one is the remove. So remove function is used to remove a group name from a list. So last one is the CEMT. So CEMT is used to monitoring and controlling the system, and this is used to invoke all the master terminal function. That means the master terminal programs provide dynamic user control of CICS system by using this function, and operator can use it too. So first is inquire about the chains and values of parameter used by CICS. Also you can use alter the status of the system resources, you can terminate task, you can shut down the CICS system. So that's all from this video. Thank you all. Please like, share and subscribe this channel.